Hey up viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Return to Castle Gothicstein. This is episode 14 of Castle Gothicstein. That is some very interesting music in the background there. It's Chateau time, everybody. Without further ado, we're just going to throw ourselves straight in and we're going to deal with these here Narzais who are trying to do terrible things in this here region of the world. Maybe we can sneak up and knife this guy. Or not. That got a little bit worrying, didn't it? For a second I thought the alarm was going to go off. Fortunately the dude up there shouldn't be alerted. Right? I think I just see him... Did I? Or did I? Where are you? There you are. Yeah, you're sort of standing looking off to your left. Right, maybe I shouldn't have killed this guy so quickly. Because now he's just going to hang around up there, isn't he? Unless we can snipe him in order to get rid of him. Hold on. Do you reckon we can get him through the railings? We can. There we go. Problem solved, ladies and gents. Ooh, so I hope you're all doing very well out there. It's a Sunday evening as when I record this. Last few episodes I've always kind of started off the conversation in that way, haven't I? By mentioning what day it is. For some reason, I don't know. Let's take this out. Right, they're dead. Thank God for that. Hopefully someone won't come through there. It is very spooky music here. I like it. It's very atmospheric, yeah? Now we have to go around here and obviously deal with people by the fireplace. Ooh, nice little texture on that. It's got a very, I don't know, Chinese porcelain look.
Otto sagte, sie wäre gleich los, hätte die gesamte Veranstaltung abgeblasen und wäre direkt zur Zeremonie gegangen.
Josef wird ausrasten. Er plant das schon seit Wochen.
Mag sein. Aber irgendwas sagt mir, wenn wir es heute Nacht nicht schaffen, wird der Höller sich nicht die Bohne um unsere Pläne scheren.
You done? Nope, you're not. Are you done now? Thank you very much. Yes. Some of these, you know, voice actors, you know me, I don't like talking over when they're talking. It just sounds a bit chaotic and all that. Right, probably the moment I start shooting these guys, everyone's going to get alerted, but... Oh, see? Yep, everyone is getting alerted. At least that guy's not hit me just yet. Oh god. I think I recognise that music. Pretty sure that was music in Ron Boy's mod, possibly. I feel like that might be the case. Oh god, I forgot that there are elite guard in this level. Ooh. Oh, you're out. Oof. Ooh, no, fucking venom gunner. Got to deal with this asshole. Why don't you come around here? Yes, this was in Ron Boy's mod, wasn't it, this music? There we go, he's down. I like the... Ooh, hello. I saw you. Yikes. Yikes, that's a word I've never used in a long, long time, isn't it? In fact, I don't think I've ever used it here on the channel. Where did that come from? Dude over there. Oh, I don't have a friggin' sniper scope on this bad boy. Oof. Done it. Yep. Yep. Got him. Just got to keep diving in and out of cover. It's not so much the creep and shoot as it is the dive and shoot. Every move that I make up basically is called the something and shoot. Creep and shoot, dive and shoot, peep and shoot, things like that. Hello, there you are. Oh god, there's two of you. Not ideal. Right, come on. Stop it. Right, one down. Oh, there you are. Yikes! There we are. Right, we're slowly working our way through the opposition, which is absolutely fantastic. We'll deal with with all these assholes. That was a picture of Hitler, dressed as a friggin' knight there. I thought Hitler was dead in the alternate universe in this mod. I don't know. Maybe I'm just completely mistaking that. I don't know. Maybe I am completely getting it wrong. and I've misremembered everything that's supposed to be going on here. Who knows? Who knows, ladies and gents? Oh! Get out! Right, where are those friggin'... Actually, I should reload to full. See? There we go. You see, when you're at that range, you can just pile the bullets into them. Ooh! Like that. Ay! Stop it. Especially when they're rolling around like that. Makes things just a bit easier. Nope. No. You get! Oof! Ooh, that was lightning fast. Oh, hey! What the? Who the hell are you people? And where'd you come from? Pretty sure you guys are only supposed to show up when I've been in there, unless I've got that completely wrong. I don't know. Or I'll get that one called 37 bloody health. That is not ideal, is it? Right, well, we'll just go back and get that cold meal that's in here. Might have been a helmet as well, actually, now that I think about it. Is there? Yeah, there is. Here we are. At least we've got that cold meal down our throat, thank God. Right, so hopefully we'll get to the Chateau level and the next level, the Unhallowed Ground. Hopefully we'll get that done in this episode as well. Then, of course, you know, from there we'll be on to the final mission, which we might be able to do in just 1 or 2 more episodes, and then that'll be Castle Gothicstein complete. You know, when I first started playing this mod, I had no idea that I was going to do a whole playthrough of the game. I just thought maybe, you know, I'd do a few kind of preview episodes and that'd be it. But I suppose it's been worth it, though, just to see kind of an interesting take on the game. Because even though, obviously, it doesn't add much in the way of actual new content, it is nice to see kind of other people's kind of interpretations of RTCW's original graphical style, things like that. No, you don't. No, he's going there. Oh, watch out. Ah. Gotcha. There we are. So yes, like the first time obviously I did a full playthrough of this of the storyline on my channel was of course Real RTCW a while ago. Of course Real RTCW, you know, I've got the new version of that and all. I'll have to come back to it, and you know, I may do another kind of playthrough on ultra difficult settings with that, just to well, basically see if I can beat my previous death count. No. Oh god, damn it. God, he has quite a knockback, that Mauser dude, doesn't he? Alright, I just hit the door frame. Oh god, there's 2 of them. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need food here. Otherwise, I'm going to be a bit screwed. I get... Bud's still alive up there. Oh. Did I? No, I didn't. Oh, hello, wait. Yeah, you just dropped down like that. Whoa, where the hell? Wow. Okay, so that guy just jumped down there, injured himself, jumped off again to his death, like an idiot. Well, you know, sometimes you don't even need to kill the enemies. They just kill themselves. Lovely. That is absolutely fantastic, and I much appreciate it. That's where the officer was, over there. I was about to think for a second that... Oh, hello. Oh, nice. See, look, there's that picture we saw before. Is Hitler dressed up as some sort of Knight Templar? I don't know. How very strange. How very, very strange. All kinds of strange things in this world. Things that we don't talk about because of how strange they are. I literally have nothing else to say about that. Right, Sherber is going to be down here, so let's get out the old snooper. Because, well, yeah. Hold on. Yep. There's another one out. So, should come along, shouldn't he? There he is. Oof. I kind of... Yo! I think I hit a piece of furniture instead of Sherber at first then. Right, just go over here. Here he comes. I hear him! Got him. Right, well we took him out nice and quick, which is good. Ah, there we are, I'll get those, yes. Right, now to proceed on to the library from above. because that, in my opinion, is the best way to approach it. So we go back through here, like so, and then up here. So as we're doing that, you know, something just to potentially chat about. There's, you know how last episode I actually was talking about art, you know, and I was talking about my A-level sixth form days, about how basically one of the things we studied was Christina Rossetti, and I was mentioning the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, an old, Dante Gabriel Rossetti, John Everett Millais, Ophelia, the Ophelia painting that John Everett Millais did. Basically, that actually reminded me as well of something else that we studied at A-level back in my sixth form. We're, you know, because I did A-level English literature as one of my subjects. So, you know, for anyone who outside of the UK doesn't actually know what A-level is, it's basically a stage of post-secondary education. Oh god, that's not good. There's a freaking elite guard over there. But it's a stage of post-secondary education. So the way, obviously, the education system in the UK actually works, you know, you have obviously primary education, which is for, you know, when you're very young. I suppose the rough equivalent in the US, for instance, would be elementary. So, you know, primary education here in the UK goes from ages about, I think, 4 to 11. Then, of course, oh god, hello, I didn't even see you at first. Oh wow, 2 shots and she was out, headshotted her. But, you know, that goes from ages about 4 to 11. Then you have secondary education, which, you know, in some countries, you know, secondary education is technically split into 2. So in some countries you have middle school and high school. Here in the UK we just have secondary school, which is basically middle and high combined into one. So it's about ages 11 to 16. And then after age 16, if you want to continue in full-time education, you can do A-levels, which takes you from sort of ages 17 to 18, or sixth form as we call it. And the thing about A-levels is that they kind of act as like a bridge to university, trying to encourage, you know, skills like independent learning, things like that. I mean, how well they actually do that is debatable, but that's the kind of general gist of what they're actually meant to do. And in essence, the thing is, so in A-levels, whereas obviously in primary and secondary education you have a load of compulsory subjects you take, you know, like English, maths, sciences, things like that. When you get to A-level, there's a lot more freedom and independence, and so, you know, you don't have to take a load of subjects. Instead, you choose a load of subjects of your choice. So normally you take about 4 subjects. There's always an option to do a 5th if you're particularly kind of academically bright or whatever and you want to. But so essentially, when I was an A-level student, you know, I took 4 subjects, and the subjects that I took English language, I took English literature, modern history, and I took government and politics. You know, I'm a politics nerd and all that. But basically, in English literature, of course, we would look at various texts, we would look at various authors, and one of the ones which was on the curriculum when I was there was a English poet by the name of Carol Ann Duffy, who is an interesting one. So she was, she did, I think, get poet laureate at one point. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I just sort of went a bit weird in my voice, but yeah. So essentially, she got poet laureate, and she's very much a kind of more of like a feminist poet, I think. I can't really remember her poems too well, but interestingly, there are 2 which I can sort of remember, which is kind of a bit weird. But apologies there. I accidentally just pressed the wrong button. I accidentally friggin' stopped the Bandicam recording like an idiot. So apologies for the little jump cut there. Bit weird. Never mind. Let me just continue on with what I was talking about. So, yeah, Carol Ann Duffy, I was just saying that there are only really 2 of her poems that I can actually remember from my A-level studies. So one of them was a poem called Mrs. Darwin, and I can remember roughly how it went. So, oh god, careful. Jesus, that guy doesn't want to learn about poems. So the poem went something like this. It was like something 1852. Went to the zoo. Said to him, something about that chimpanzee over there reminds me of you. And I don't know why, but it's just one of those poems that has stuck with me all my life. It's just a humorous little poem, that's all it is. But I like it, it's kind of funny. kind of reminds me of another one, which I actually mentioned, obviously, in the last episode, What's-Her-Face, Christina Rossetti, another poet who we studied at A-level, and obviously, yeah, I remember one of her poems from the textbook that we had, which had all of her works in it, and I can't remember what the title of the poem was. It might have been Couplet or something like that. But essentially the poem went something along the lines of, "Cheer up lads, 'tis to glory we steer, remarked the soldier whose post lay in the rear." Something like that. Just a little rhyme. 2 lines, that's all it was. I don't know. It like I say, it's just one of those things. It sort of sticks with me. I can remember it, you know, all these years later. So yeah, they must have been doing something right when they wrote those poems. Right, hot meal over here. Right, 97 health will probably do us fine. We might as well head on completely level and then continue on to, well, through the unhallowed ground level. So, yeah, that's just a bit about my A-level studies. But, you know, in regards to my other subjects that I did, because you know what, this is an interesting topic of conversation, at least to me, so, you know what, I'm going to continue with it. So obviously I did modern history as well. Now, the sixth form that I went to actually had multiple history subjects that you could choose from. So there were things like A-level history, what we're talking about. There was ancient history, that's what I meant to say, which, you know, pretty self-explanatory, classical civilizations, pretty much. They did early modern history, that was another option, which is basically sort of Renaissance through to, I think, like the Tudors, the English Civil War, stuff like that. Then they actually had an American history course, which sadly only ran for a year, but then in my second year of A-level it got cancelled, and everyone who was on it had to basically switch over to modern history. And then they had modern history, which was 19th and 20th centuries, and that's the one I did, because that's the one I was interested in. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a history buff overall, and I love all history subjects fairly equally. You know, I think history was probably one of my favourite subjects when I was in secondary education, and of course in post-secondary education as well. We don't need to watch that scene, we know what's going on. Ooh, nice music in the background. I think we've heard it before. Hold on a minute, I need to reload this bad boy. But yeah, I remember the subjects we actually studied in modern history as well. Really right range of interesting stuff. So we did study actually the Second World War, that was one of them. What else did we do? So we did Second World War, particularly kind of like Britain's role. Oh, shit. Never mind you. I remember we did Irish nationalism from the 19th to the early 20th centuries. So looking at like Daniel O'Connell, Stuart Parnell, Charles Stuart Parnell? James Stuart Parnell? I can't remember. Can't remember his name. You know, repeal acts, things like that. Which was interesting, you know, the Easter Rising, the Irish Civil War, and all that. So yeah, fairly interesting stuff. We did US civil rights, obviously, you know, black American civil rights movements in the 60s. Again, very interesting subject, so, you know, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, etc., etc. We did that. What else did we do? We did way more than that, I know that. Oh yeah, that's right. So we did the Russian Revolution, 1917. Well, technically not just 1917, but going back to sort of early 20th century, so, you know, like the Russo-Japanese War, the 1905 Revolution, and then through, obviously, to 1917 itself, so the original February Revolution, and then, of course, the Bolshevik coup d'etat in October 1918, or whenever it was. Was it 1917? No, it was 1917, wasn't it? So there was that, which was pretty good. And then, of course, you know, following on from the Russian Revolution studies, we did Stalin's Russia. So we covered kind of his rise to power, the way he kind of purged all his opponents, like Trotsky, Bukharin, all of these figures. And then onto of course, Stalin's Russia. So, you know, the kind of the collectivization drive, which resulted in so many fucking deaths of, you know, Ukrainian and Russian peasantry. And then obviously onto the industrialisation, the Great Terror of the late sort of 30s, assassination of Sergei Kirov, etc., etc. So a lot of stuff that we, you know, we covered overall. Oh god, I see you up there. Oh, stay behind the trees. Oh god, there's another one. Wow, I'm just sort of going off on one about my post-secondary education topics. I see you back there. Can I get you? Yeah, there we go. Shouldn't have poked your head out, should you? I need to really conserve a bit of my snooper ammo, because there's going to be a lot of enemies who... Oh, I see you up there. I see you up there. Can I get you? Yes, I can. There we go. You're down. Right. Just hope I've left myself enough stuff. What I have to do is look carefully at the sort of edges of the screen, because of course as you turn your camera and you look at things directly, the fog sort of comes in, but when you move the camera towards the edges of the screen, of course things sort of come in clearly, which is something that I've noticed. It's not just unique to this game. I'm sure I've played other games where fog effects kind of do that, and I don't know why. I guess it's just a limitation of certain graphics engines, maybe. Right, here we go. He's out. Don't need to worry about that guy with the Mauser. Okay. Alright. So yes, I just thought it'd be an interesting topic, you know, to talk about history-related subjects, just because, obviously, you know, a fair amount of you guys watching this, you're pretty much, well, most of you, I'd imagine, are, of course, Second World War history buffs, things like that, because that's generally the case with... Oh, wow, you were just sort of stood there, looking into the building. What was that about? Oh, you gone round? Yep. Carefully does it. Okay. But yeah, like I say, I'm quite a history buff, and it's not just Second World War that I'm, you know, interested in studying. There's all kinds of historical topics which I find very interesting to look at. So of course, you know, 20th century stuff I also find very interesting. 19th century, you know. Increasingly as well, I'm also, as I'm getting older, I also find myself getting interested in a bit more of kind of older sort of English history. So going back to like the medieval and the Renaissance periods, the English Civil War. Because that's the thing, you know, my old folks, you know, when they were kids back in the 60s, you know, I've always heard from them how a typical subject that they would always study when they were in school was things like English kings and queens. But of course, you know, especially when you get back to the early medieval period, England had so many kind of monarchs, and English history back in that period was such a turbulent era when you had so much kind of power feuding, power games between different claimants to the throne, things like that. And there's a lot of very obscure English monarchs of that period as well. So I always thought it would be kind of interesting to actually study some of them and try and learn a bit more. I like how that elite guard looks around there. You can actually see her, but she doesn't see you. That's going to cost you dearly, isn't it? Alright, we should really be saving a bit more often, shouldn't we? Right, frickin' secret area under here. Let's just draw that there. There we go. Probably going to attract attention, but never mind. It's just the lightning up above. There we are. Get that. Get that. There's a ton of additional stuff in here. Oh, come here. There we are. Alright, we've got to watch out for the elite guard who are going to spawn down here. Where are you? There's one of you. Oh, there you are. That's it, just firing single shots to kind of maintain accuracy, he says, as he starts firing in multiple bursts. Bloody Lou, what a bit of an idiot, eh? Right, some of my shots kind of were glancing off the wall a bit there, but never mind. 30 large health is fine. I know it's a bit of a waste since I was on 79, but I don't care. Right, yeah, ammo, gimme. Gimme all your guns. There we are. Okay, so now we need to move on. We need to go... At least I took out the sniper in the tree, though. That's important. Right, what we've been recording for, about 25 minutes or so far. Keep going for another few minutes and see if we can just get this level complete. Obviously, it's the super soldiers, though, in the upcoming area who are potentially going to be a bit of a challenge. Right, what we need to watch out for over here are these people, these peeps. 1 and 2. There we are. Got them. I love the way the light sort of looms out of the fog in this level. Always was such a nicely well done thing. Right, if we take over this old machine gun over here. Okay, sorry for the jump cut. So I was just machine gunning a load of fools just then, and for some reason the game crashed. I don't know why. I think maybe the game just freaked out, or the mod freaked out, or something, I don't know. Now, I did clear out, obviously, this area, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay, so we don't need to go down to that secret area again. Let's try that again, shall we? And see if we can actually do this without getting ourselves killed. Or rather, without the game freaking out. Okay, so let's not man the machine gun, because that's clearly a bad thing. That seems to make the game go a bit crazy. I don't know why, but it does. Good lord. Apologies for all the jump cuts that we're having in this episode. It just doesn't seem to be working very well, does it? So if I actually don't man that machine gun, those two elite guards might not actually come down here, in which case, let's just get the bridge to collapse. Oh, that's nice music. There it goes. Always very atmospheric, isn't it? Tone change and all that. Oh. No, it's this music with these sort of creaking floorboard type sound effects. I get it. Very nice. Oh god, they are actually shooting at me. Just realised. Keep the truck between myself and them, so we're alright. Oof, one down. Now we just need to watch out here, of course. Because obviously, we don't want to lose too much health and armour. Well, I should say too much armour. I'm already on bloody 5. Hello? Where are you? There you are. Oh, gotcha. There we are. Right, well, all my armour's down, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Switch out. Need the old Panzerfaust, preferably. Right, let's go over here. Old, big guy should be coming through round about now. Right? Yes, there he is. So, can he dodge my Panzerfaust rockets from this range? Probably can. Yes, clearly. Shit. Okay. There we go, that one got him. 2. And another one. Good. Right. Okay, he's quite injured. God. Right, he's very injured now. What I need to do is go over here, preferably, I think. Get myself more Panzerfaust ammo. However, I've got 2 rockets there. Okay. Oh, there he is. Right. Could do is the following. If I can get a clear shot at him. Oh, fuck. The other one's unleashed. Are you kidding me? Right, he's down. Shit, where is he? There he is. I see him. Good lord, I didn't realise the other one could actually get unleashed before the first one had been killed. No doubt the game was always like that, and I'm just being an idiot. There he is. Oof, I did it hurt myself then. Right, are you coming around that way? Thought you would. You bastard. Okay, where are you? There you are. Go! Well, this is only 2 of them to deal with in here, though. Right? Got him. Oof. Freaking red lightning bolt then. Oh yeah, I forgot I got my Tesla gun, haven't I? Yeah, that's right. Okay, right, so we dealt with them. Right, we just need to restock now before we head down there. Don't need Tesla ammo. Do need Panzerfaust rockets. Load that to full. Dynamite. Good. Anything else that we can pick up? Preferably health if they got it, which should be around somewhere before we head on down and complete this episode. So tell you what, we'll start wrapping up actually as we're just getting stuff here. So, hope you enjoyed this episode 14, that's right, I nearly forgot, of Castle Gothicstein with me, General Red Strategist. If you're not doing so already, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, links down below as always, along with a link to my propagandist channel. Oh! Okay, apparently the secret area and the treasure reset. I had no idea. Okay, so I needed to go through there again. My mistake. Well, you know what? I got them the first time round, okay? I'm counting that as a win in my books. Okay, so join me then for the next episode, everybody. I'll probably actually get recording it straight away. Since we're on the home stretch now, I might as well just record the remaining episodes in one big session. So, hope you all join me for that. And in the meantime, I'm signing off now. Goodbye, everybody. Well, let's go. Oh god, I just hit the wall then. That took off a fair bit of health there, didn't it? Need to be careful. Oh. Destroy that. Oh god, it's firing back at me. Yeah, come on. Got it. All your tricks. Let's head to the left. Good. Pilot your way into these narrow nooks and crannies. There's no narrow nooks and crannies. Oh, there's another barricade up there. Oh, they're firing at me. They're shooting at me. Yeah, destroy it. Oh god, they're hitting me. Ow. There's another mine here. The west mine. Let's do it. More baby glove boxes. In you go. Little ones.